Akudama Drive was the anime that got popular as the new heist anime, or the anime blockbuster of fall 2020. And after binge watching its episodes, I can clearly see why it deserves so much praise. So, today, I want to bring 10 of the best moments in the anime that stood out either because of the writing or the visuals and direction. Ready? Just a warning, we're dealing with criminals, so things aren't going to be pretty. Number 10, Akudama breaking into the prison. When you're the world's strongest criminal, you need to make a good first impression. And boy, the Akudama know how to make a good impression. We've got the Courier, Brawler, Doctor, and Hacker, each specializing in a specific sector. Courier knows how to get into a building with nothing but his motorcycle. Brawler keeps on smashing everything that comes in his way. The Hacker does the hacking, and the Doctor knows how to get inside, while the boys do all the chaotic things. The purpose of this was to test the skills of the Akudama, and without a doubt, I'm sure they all showed what they could do to the fullest extent. Our ordinary girl also somehow got into the prison, but that's because she wanted to donate a coin to the Courier. That's not skill, that's bad luck. Number 9, Executioners vs. Akudama Hotel Fight. If Akudama are the greatest criminals, then the Executioners are the big bad police force. These people live up to their name, blasting off an entire hotel room before making their entrance. So the overpowered bad guys versus the overpowered good guys. You know you can expect something epic, right? The fight kicks off with all the Akudama trying to take on the Executioners, but the latter manages to cut the team in half. While the apprentice exchanges punches with the lesser foes, her master takes on the big guys. We got some excellent melee combat choreography, plus a good guys versus bad guys fight we rarely get to see in anime these days. Hats off to the visuals, because they are greatly done as well. Number 8, Dr. Death. Akudama Drive involved a lot of deaths, some emotional, some sad, and some that actually managed to put a smile on our faces since the person who died got the ending they deserved. One of the people who belong to the latter category is the Doctor. She isn't given any real name, but all we should know is that she's seeking a way to achieve immortality. Not a thought every doctor has these days, but these guys are the Akudama. They can basically plan anything they want. Her solution lies with the 2 children, but when she uses unethical means to gain what she wants, karma treats her back. It was one of the most brutal deaths in the series, but I'm sure no one cried. Number 7, Hacker Death. Hacker was one of the characters who forgot soon after the first 5 episodes. After saving the children, the guy removed his own collar and left the team since he had no point in continuing. But the show wasn't that lazy to kick him off. He comes back in the final arc of the story to help Swindler save the 2 kids. In fact, he goes beyond that and sacrifices himself for the 2 kids. It's nice how each of these Akudama started the mission for their own selfish reasons, but finally grew enough to sacrifice himself for a worthwhile cause. So hats off to the Hacker, because even though he was a minor character, his death was what helped the 2 kids escape. Number 6, Courier saving children. Courier wasn't the guy to talk very much, but when it came to action, he knew how to grip your attention. We're talking about his final job, and let's admit he wasn't in his best shape at the moment. Swindler has given him one last job, to help the children escape, and he wasn't about to break a promise. When the police warships try to shoot the children, he takes down 2 of them with his bike, but the last one flies away. But Courier still has his options. Taking the railgun from his bike, he shoots the last one down, showing he isn't the one to give up. Without a doubt, Courier had the best ending moment for an Akudama. Number 5, the train fight. Now here's where Akudama Drive pulls a Hollywood action blockbuster twist. The Akudama are trying to flee. The executioners are on their tail, so to give them more time, a few of the Akudama wait to finish the fight with the overpowered police officers. And it's no surprise the one in the lead is Brawler. He was always the one to pick a fight first, and he sure knows how to handle the law. The punching starts, and this time, unlike in the hotel room, they're in a very constricted space. But space isn't a matter when you're trying to kill each other. Both the fighters have only one goal, to finish off their opponent. This might not be Mortal Kombat, but the two of them sure know how to give us a show. Number 4, Cutthroat vs. Swindler. Remember Cutthroat? The serial killer with the blade who took a liking to Swindler? Well, normally when you have a crush on someone, you hope to date them sometime in the future. But when a serial killer has a crush on someone, that means they want to slice them up and inspect their insides. Turns out the relationship between Cutthroat and Swindler was no different. And the truth comes out when the two meet each other at the executioner's headquarters. A rather thrilling chase begins, and Cutthroat learns the lesson of underestimating the Swindler. And we also learned never to open the door of a dark room without looking around first. In the end, Swindler took the victory, and our serial killer laid his final breath on a pool of blood. Number 3, Courier destroys Kansai Tower. I told you, the Courier doesn't hold back when he has his motorbike. You might ask how one could destroy an entire tower with just a bike, but when this bike comes equipped with railguns and grappling hooks, you have the capability to turn the tables against an entire police force. It's almost like the entire final episode was dedicated to Courier as he kept pulling badass moves one after the other. This time, he faces an entire police force and still manages to escape amid all the chaos. Courier and his bike seem to be bundled in the same package, because if his bike wasn't there, Courier would just be another ordinary man. Number 2, Executioner vs. Brawler. Remember how I said the train fight came close to Mortal Kombat? Then this was literally a fight suited for the Mortal Kombat series, because both opponents fought with their best moves and fought for their death. Brawler was one of the characters you would immediately classify as brain dead, but his bravery made him a likable character. He would be the first one in the room to pick a fight, and it also didn't mean he would be the one to lose that fight. Both fighters fought for their death, and even if it seems like just punching, can we just take a moment to appreciate the amazing choreography of this scene? Mix it with the city backdrop in the rain, and you've got a fight worthy for a top 10 list. Number 1, Swindler Death. When I learned that Akudama Drive would be a fast-paced anime about a heist, I never thought we would get focused on characters. But the anime subverted my expectations with its writing. Swindler was first referred to as the ordinary girl, and wasn't even given a name, but her character got some massive development over the course of the series. She strengthened her resolve, learned how to defend herself, and finally sacrificed herself for a greater cause. Her death wasn't in vain though. It was what labeled the executioners as criminals and resulted in a civil rebellion. This also gave Courier time to escape with the children, and without a doubt, her death was the most important moment in the whole series. It combined all the themes of the anime and showed us the ones who are labeled as evil aren't always the evil ones. So there goes 10 of the best Akudama Drive moments. It's pretty great to see a modern day anime adapt such a story perfectly in terms of both writing and directing. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be updated as soon as we release a new video. Stay safe, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.